We good? Let's do it. Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again for another, I should probably move that, Kickstarter critique. And today, I'm very excited to be checking out Food Time Battle in Space. Now, I love doing these segments, I do want to say that, and I actually want to follow up on something I did yesterday. I posted a video where I checked out these tabletop role-playing games dice, and I sounded like a little bit of a crazy as I started to speculate that one of the pictures in the thing was not actually who they said they were, and then it turns out through some Google foo a friend of mine did, that they had fake stock images, so I wasn't crazy, and if that doesn't make any sense to you, then don't worry. But today, we're checking out Food Time Battle in Space. Now, the first thing I did notice is I was looking for it in the tabletop game section, and I didn't see it. And I have scrolled very, very, very far down, which means the engagement for this is something that we really need to be bumping up here. But let's get into it. A 2 to 4 player retro-style card game on the moon, pushing your luck, risk-taking, and planning are all required to earn 5 stars. And this is kind of why I want to look at this from the outside perspective to see what exactly it looks like right here, because I really like the fact that you included pushing your luck, risk-taking, and planning, but I don't actually know if you can see all that because this stuff blocks it, but that's essential. But man, it's so far down I can't find it. So we're just going to get straight into it, though. So I like the fact, price here, and you got it in both currencies. That's spectacular. Makes it easy for me to see exactly what I need to do, because as always, I want the 3 questions answered. Do I want it? Can you do it? And how much is it? So the first one, how much is it? Right there. Excellent.
In a stunning turn of events, fine dining on the moon is no longer science fiction. With eateries like Lunar Burger, Tranquil Sushi, and more getting 5-star reviews from our critics here at the Terrestrial Guardian. There's no wonder why more and more men and women are calling our second home their new home.
What?
Hello, I am now Crabtree, and I'm the designer behind the new Crab Studios card game, Food Time Battle in Space. FTBS is a 2 to 4 player retro space-themed restaurant card game where all chefs race to be the first to achieve a 5-star rating for their restaurant. With 4 restaurants to choose from and a wide variety of demanding critics to please, every game is unique and challenging. Whether you are making sushi, burgers, tacos, or pizzas, always use the right ingredients in the right order, or face a negative review and a penalty to your star rating.
Okay, so the first thing is, I always say I don't want too much of the rules. And I don't feel like it's too much of the rules right here. Just for some reason, it's not popping. It's not punchy. Like, I wasn't that engaged right there. I was like, what? I didn't hear what the mechanism was because I was looking at the artwork and it's not gripping me for whatever reason. And it's odd because I think it's just a big tonal shift from here to there. But it's not bad. I just can't pinpoint what it's not doing for me right now. And I'm gonna keep thinking about this. But yeah, let's keep going.
Always use the right ingredients in the right order, or face a negative review and a penalty to your star rating.
Okay.
Spend your first turns building your engine, pushing your luck.
Okay, so I think that right there, that little segment, spend your first turns building your engine, pushing your luck. That's the sort of stuff that, my ears peaked up. Whereas when you were digging a little bit more into the minutia of things, I don't know. I just feel like you got this 90 seconds here, and you really got to just kick ass in this 90 seconds. And I thought the beginning was interesting and unique. And it gripped me enough that I did want to know more about the game, but then you lost me.
I'm planning ahead, so you can race to that 5-star rating by completing the harshest critics on the lunar surface. Food Time Battle in Space is fun for new chefs, as well as veterans, as the rules are simple, yet the game is designed with enough depth to keep everyone interested. Food Time Battle in Space is available now on Kickstarter, and at a low price of £15. Back now, and make this game become a reality.
I need to think about that. So, my initial thought is, I looked on Board Game Geek, because I always like to see if the games are on Board Game Geek. It is awesome. I mean, that if it's not on Board Game Geek, I'm always like, oh, that worries me. It's on there, and I saw it was a 20 to 30 minute game, and I don't know. Maybe I would just squeeze that orange just a little bit more, and just get me the essential mechanisms in there. Maybe first, I don't know. Maybe if you would have interweaved it in with that first, 30 seconds of like, we're eating on the moon and getting 5 stars, and I thought that was cool and creative, but maybe interweave just a snippet, like some of those sexy buzzwords, like press your luck, engine building, stuff like that. It's like, oh, okay, I want to hear more. I don't know. I didn't think it was a bad video. It just didn't do it for me. So 3 created, 75 backs. That's awesome, and I always say 75 back, that makes you look like a member of the community. Crab Studios are an independent board game publisher and developer focusing on creating intuitively designed experience using complicated mechanisms and making them easier to understand for the casual player without losing the depth. Oh, I like that. Okay. So, okay. Well, this had 58 backers, but it was successful. Huh. So this does look like a smidge bit of a black eye. Nothing you can do about it. But if you look at like this, because what I come to this section for is, do I feel comfortable? Like if you've done another game and it's out there and I check here and there's like not like 1,000 comments because it was a flaming dumpster fire, then I say, okay, I trust you immediately. The can you do it thing has been answered. But for now, I don't, what is blockers the stat? So this is an actual game. Okay. So this does make me feel more comfortable with that fact. So that right there, awesome. All right, so let's... Oh, wait, I'm looking at blockers. I don't want to look at blockers. Where's it go? No! I got lost. All right, here we go. Food Time Battle Space. So, here we go. Let's start with the story. So right there, that looks good, though. 3 created, 75 backed. A lot of people won't even click on that. I click on that because I like to do the due diligence, but a lot of people will just see that and just be like, oh, okay. So can you do it? Yes. How much is it? Yes, I know. Great. So do I want it? Food Time Battle in Space, 4 stars. So this looks good. I like this picture right here. It looks... Okay. 2 to 4 chefs, ages 8 plus, 30 to 4. Oh, I thought it said on the BGG 20 to 30 minutes. Never mind. I take that other comment back. Food Time Battle in Space is a 2 to 4 player retro-themed restaurant card game where your aim is to be the first restaurant on the moon to achieve a 5-star rating. FTB in Space is designed intuitively with the aim of getting new players into the hobby and is also a fantastic game to start off. Cool. Learn to play. So what is this? This is what always bugs me. Make this very, very obvious. Learn to Play presents a Kickstarter overview. Is this a gameplay? Is this a preview? Is this a review? I mean, what is an overview? Now, I'm not banking on them necessarily to put it in their comments, but like label it up top here. Because, what is it? Let's see.
Each critic will have 3.
So this looks like a preview.
All the cards in Alright, so then we'll place that off to the side.
Oh, with gameplay. Okay, so it's cool. Just so maybe say gameplay or something. I don't know. What's in the box? Excellent. 4 restaurant decks, 4 chef cards, 48 critics card, 48 ingredients card, 23 punch board, instruction manual. Hopefully you'll have that listed a little bit lower so I can see it. Specifications, GSM white core with linen finish. I don't know if people like this. You're going into the minutiae. You know what? Actually, I do like this because this really does convince me, can you do it? I see this and you say, okay, you are talking to a manufacturer. Because I see a lot of Kickstarter projects and, oh my god, it's such a big red flag when I see a Kickstarter project and it's like, oh, you don't know who you're manufacturing through yet? Like, that's kind of a thing that you should be doing before you launch a Kickstarter. But this makes me feel more comfortable. So despite the fact that I don't think most people are going to care about this, having that there, I think, makes them more comfortable. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you see this, do you think the Kickstarter creator, is on top of the ball? Because I do when I see that, and I like that. Please, plastic insert will allow room for sleeved cards. Oh, make that bigger. Make that bigger. Don't hide that. That's a pro. That's a plus. That's a feature, baby. Spotlight that. How to play? Awesome. This is what I like. Pick an order, so it looks pretty clean. If I really want to know what I'm going on here, this is great. This pops. This looks good. So, I'm trying to think, what do I want right now out of this? I want to know shipping. You gave me the price, $21. Let's say I like the artwork. I think a lot of people are going to like this artwork, like the personality of the game. I back it. All I need to know is the shipping. Is it over here at least? And I'll go over here. You did show me the price, so I'll just go over here. We got a generous tip. Okay, the $1 level. Food Time and Battle in Space, $21. 32 backers. Looks good. Where's the shipping? Does it do the shipping in here? It does not. I wait. A lot of tech ones do that. I wish more board game companies would have it in here so it just pops. Oh, it's $8 or whatever. Food Time Battle in Space times 2. 2 copies of the game. Cool. Plus blockers. This is where you're trying to add on to the game. Okay, I guess. Whatever. So you could do it in the add-ons, but hey, whatever. I know you probably want the money now because that's going to help you get funded, so it does make sense. Plus, become a critic. Become forever immortalized in Food Time Battle in Space with a Fodsley illustrated portrait of yourself as one of the Food Time Battle in Space critics. Oh wow, yeah. So that's a big chunk of it. That's $600. So what that tells me right there, and this is it sucks because there's nothing to do about it now, is for the next project you do, you say, okay, those got snatched up and those got snatched up relatively early. We need to raise that price on that. Because so if it's $84 now, let's just say you make it $125. So essentially, for $125, you're going to be on a card and in the game. How many people are just like, oh my god, that's amazing. This game can suck. But if I play this game once and I see myself on the card, I'm going to keep the game forever, and I'm excited. I have friends like that who urinate $125. Quite literally, they buy like top shelf like whiskey and stuff. $125 to get themselves in a game. Yeah, like I feel like that right there, unfortunately, was a little bit of a missed opportunity there, because that when you see those get snatched up so quickly, woo! And maybe you reach out to those 10. Maybe you reach out to those 10 and you say to them, you know what? We're slowing down a little bit, but here's what we're trying to do. Maybe would you be okay if we opened up another one of these pledge levels, if your illustrator's okay with this, and it's going to be a higher, so you still got the early bird on this, but it's going to hopefully help us fund and get towards our goal and get towards more stretch goals, so more people will be playing the game with your card in it. And I would be willing to bet that most of those people are going to be cool about it. Now you might get some people, but either way, because as soon as you like 7 or 8, 9 of them are like, yeah, that's fine, I don't care, I want to see this game succeed. It's something I would look into, because you're hoping to get that spike. I see where you're at right now. You're at like the 2,500 of the 4,000 you need or something like that. It was, yeah. So if you were to put another one up there and it's $120 or something like that, 10 of them, that's $1,200, and it's an idea. It's something to think about. And that's what I'm always doing in these videos. I'm always trying to spitball it, especially when I do a Fiverr. Because, oh yeah, I want to mention this at the beginning. I totally forgot. I got paid $30 to make this video as part of my Fiverr, which that's amazing. It makes me so happy. You can click on the link down below, and you can Fiverr any Kickstarter you like as well. The Lunaburger deck focuses heavily. Oh, so this is more getting into the gameplay, the details, tapping the hands. This is great. If I really want to know how to do this, I love the fact it's here. How to play? Oh my gosh! No! This needs to be higher. Is this like a legit how to play?
3-player, or 4.
Yes, it needs to be higher, because here's the thing, and I don't want to speak for everybody, but I think most people would much rather, if they're really interested in this game, sit there for 12 minutes, maybe while they're doing dishes, maybe they're in the bathroom, maybe they're wherever, maybe they're just listening to it. They would rather do that than go through all of this stuff right here, because this is a lot. This is much more of an investment on me. Oh, now I have to, because it's not that I could just read this. I have to like really invest my brain in, okay, I'm going to try and understand what's going on here. Whereas the video, that's so much less so that if you have a nice how to play video, which it looks like you do, I would totally bump that up a little bit higher, as would, the rule book. Awesome. Let's check this out. I'm going to guess maybe 9 pages. Oh, no, it's a short one. Wow. Holy guacamole. Yeah. Spot like this. Is this really the rule booklet? That's it? Oh, yeah. Yeah. If you don't have enough time to read the instructions, watch the video, how we played yeah, this is great. No, I would be selling this. I would be highlighting the fact that this, I don't think you've really mentioned to me how easy to learn this game is. Now that I think about it, let me see. Easy. Nope, you haven't said easy, unless it was somewhere else in a video. Because if this is an easy to learn game, that immediately is going to pique a lot of people's interest. So yeah. Letting me know that there's some cool, interesting... See, and that's what I was talking about right there. You mentioned that in your profile where you said, hey, what we like to do is we like to take these really fun mechanisms from the hobby games that you and I love, and we like to just kind of squeeze the orange juice to make it more simple and more easy to understand. And this is a really easy to learn game. And if this, how long does this take to read? Like, how long does it take to read the rule booklet, get it set up, and understand? Because if that's, 10 to 15 minutes, like, if that's less than 10 minutes, which I'm going to guess it is, if that's really just a 2-page rule book, you mentioned that. I think you totally mentioned plays in 30 to 45 minutes, 10 minutes to set up and read the rules. Like, because that's a big selling point. Not to mention, a lot of people, there's so many games out there. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of games out there. Like I said, like, literally, I could not find you. I don't know how far I would have to scroll down to find this game, because I do like to look at the first image. So you gotta make it worth people's time. And I think by saying, hey, we can teach you this game, it's a big selling point to a lot of people. I personally, as a reviewer, I love it whenever I see a how to play video. In Food Time Battle in Space, there's a lot of depth to each card. Rewards. Okay, I put this higher as well. I know you mentioned at the door the price, but I feel like down here is just a little bit too far down, because sometimes, if I watch that video and I like what you're telling me, and I see, okay, it's 15 pounds, 15 euros. I know somebody's going to say, I said both, so you can't even bust my chops. One of the two, I'm pretty sure, is the currency. I'm going to learn it one day. They don't even think about it. They're like, all right, I like this, and maybe maybe, and that's another thing, potentially in the video, maybe at the beginning, maybe at the end, you mention that your goal is to try and bring these awesome mechanisms to the people. And you mention specifically the engine building, or whatever it is. I think your game has potential wiggle room to appeal to more people a little bit quicker, and then maybe they're a little bit more interested in that middle part of the video. And maybe, because like I said, that middle part of the video, for whatever reason, it didn't pop me. It didn't punch me. But anywho, let's get on this, and hopefully you got the shipping somewhere right below here. The price will be discounted with the retail price. This looks good. This is great, and this is what I love to see. I see so many Kickstarters that don't do this, especially in the tech sector. Just make it clean and clear with pictures. This is beautiful. Love it, but I'd like to see it higher. Stretch goals. Oh my goodness, yes, stretch goals get me excited. What do we got? If we manage to achieve our funding goal, then we'll be able to afford a small print run of FTB in Space, for which all of our base tier backers, okay, cool. 6,500 additional illustrations, 42 beautiful illustrations by Toddley will make the game more varied and even more beautiful. Can't wait to unlock it. Wow. Okay, so here's my issue with this stretch goal. I'm very blunt in these videos, so I do apologize. If anyone ever thinks I'm a little too blunt, let me know, because I don't mean to be. But let's look right here. I'm assuming the $6,500 stretch goal is 42 cards. Is that what you're saying here? 42 extra illustrations. What does that mean? Extra illustrations, extra cards? I think it means you're going to have more artwork in the game, but not more cards, which is great. But if it's hard to reach the $4,000, which it looks like you're probably gonna hit it, but you're gonna have to hustle, especially in this middle period right here. I would make your stretch goal smaller, 4,200. Every $200, we're gonna unlock another illustration or something like that. At this level, we'll be able to logistically add another restaurant to the game. Also, that's really cool. So that's a banger of a stretch goal. But I just think you need to try and make your stretch goals micro, because your goal. Because, yeah, I see this 7 updates, 13 comments. That means that you are trying for engagement right now, but what you're doing is not working as well. But I do appreciate the 7 updates. Absolutely. The number of backers pledging at the Become a Critic level will subtract from this number, as there are 48 total critic cards in the game. Okay. I think that's connected to the big stretch goal. But, yeah, I think that big stretch goal. Social stretch goals. Complete the goals on each of the cards as a community to gain the Star Witch, which will contribute to unlocking... Okay, cool. Oh, this is great. This is exciting. No. This should not be buried down here. Like, if you're actually going to be keeping track of this sort of thing, and it's like, yeah, people will get excited. Like, oh, we have 8 of the 10 Board Game Geek things that we need to get, so let's, maybe share it on your Facebook or something like that, or get somebody in your game group to do it. You can start generating more buzz in the comments section in the updates. So I would... because that's what you need to try and do here. You gotta try and climb up from the bottom, because I'm assuming it's at the bottom of the popularity chart here. And the only way you're gonna do that, more comments, and more comments on your updates, and just having people come back. And you have the potential to do that with stretch goals and with social stretch goals. So I love that. This is great. But I'd raise it higher. Don't make me look for this. I've been here 19 minutes, and I'm just now finding that. How many people are not going to give you the 19 minutes? Free postcard of your choice included in this copy of Food Time Battle in Space. Get to 5 stars as a community to unlock the goal. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's really... I don't know what that means, but it's cool. Only 1 hashtag will be counted per user. Okay. Cools. Oh, what are these add-ons? Okay, these are buried. Oh, wow. Yeah. Your artwork is very distinct and pretty and awesome, and potentially, I think, what's going to draw a lot of people into backing this. You need to look at it from that perspective. Like, right now, because as I mentioned, while I think maybe you should potentially focus on making it so you're focusing on the fact that, I'm trying to take these core mechanisms and make them simpler, lean into the art. People love art. I'm not personally an art fan. I love art. I appreciate art, whatever, but I would never buy anything like this. But the people who do just love the art. And they're like, I love how this game looks, and I had $21. I back it for no matter what. This is great. So I'd put this stuff higher. Look at that poster. That's a great poster. I personally want that poster. That's a great poster. Yeah, don't hide it. Wow, that looks great. That looks freaking spectacular. Reviews. Oh, wow. There's quotes? Way higher. Higher. But let's rate the quotes. I always like to rate the quotes. The engine mechanics in this game are both varied and interesting. They're also streamlined nicely, so analysis paralysis isn't a factor after your first playthrough. Wow, really digging into the nuts and bolts there with that quote. The engine mechanics in this game are both varied and interesting. I like it. It mentions the engine mechanics, streamlined. I like the words they're using. Nicely so now, you know what? I do like that quote. It's a banger. I think it's a really great one. I had to think about it. A perfect appetizer or indeed dessert for the start or end of a good night's gaming. Cliche. I like this one way better. Food time, battle in space, preview. Okay, preview, whatever. Each player has their own restaurant instead of critics, making it a very interesting asymmetric twist on the game. It's a really quick and easy game, perfect for families or if you have half an hour to squeeze a game in. We love the spacey theme, the artwork, and what goes with it is great too. It's really quick and easy game, perfect for okay. So that's what I want to know. Like that's what I'm saying. If it has interesting choices and it's really quick and easy, like this is a great quote. I put this higher because that's the one thing that I didn't get from the rest of the Kickstarter is how easy it is to get into this game. So I really think that sort of quote would be a great quote to have substantially higher. It's teachable, it's simple, but it gets the idea of how you build an engine. Holy guacamole, yes, higher. I think this is a great little game, dead simple, dead easy to play, and lots of fun. Oh, banger. That's a banger of a quote. Beautiful. Yeah. Review. Yes, review word. I love it. That means hopefully there's opinions. It's reminiscent of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. This is all great. I would play before you... this stuff is... Oh, here we go. Nice, clean, simple. One thing I always recommend, if you can convert it to their currency, what's 11, whatever that currency is in American dollars, do that. Same with Europe, same with Canada. Just quick little Google search, pump that in there, and all of a sudden, you are helping out your customers, and you're looking good at the same time. When I see someone do that, I'm like, good for you. Good on you. But once again, I would put this up with the cost. I don't understand why people feel the need to break it up. Like, how much am I paying? Don't put half here, don't put half there. Put it together, It just makes sense to me. Additional shipping information. Hopefully this covers VAT, because I know everybody asks about VAT. I don't understand what any of the VAT stuff means, but it looks like you've got a lot of information here. Cool. Campaign ends, pledge manager closes, manufacture begins, manufacture again, games arriving August 30th. Okay. Cool. So Gen Con... Gen Con release? I don't know. We'll see. Games are dispatched to backers in September. Okay, so no, it's more around the Essen time frame. Cool. Good to know. What is this? Lore. Okay. You really want to dig into the theme. I wasn't expecting to see this down here. Cool. Designer, artist, awesome. Follow Instagram, additional information. Oh, wow, you were really going into the weeds there. This is great. If people want to dig, they can dig. So you have answered, can you do it? I have no doubt in my mind. Do I want it? Yeah, I do. I like filler weight games. I like the artwork, and I like what you got going on here. Let's check out updates. So first thing, there's no FAQs. There's no questions anybody's asked. I mean, you have been incredibly comprehensive in your story, but I mean, we'll see. We'll see when we get to the comments. Name a chef, plus Luna Burger, name announced. Get involved and name another chef. Hello, everyone. So many of our comments. Oh, and this is great. 11, 2 there. 13 there. None there. Are you guys taking turns with your social media or something? Because it feels like some of them really get a lot of responses and some of them don't. So let's see what you're doing particular on day 9 and day 6, but not really doing on whatever day this is. So let's take a look. Get involved and name another chef. Is this where which name won the burger vote? Yes, voting. I love it. So let's see what the comments are. Marco, yes, this is what I talk about all the time. Get people talking, get people commenting. Maybe next time you move it into the comments as well. Maybe you say, also, to tickle the Kickstarter. So one thing we're trying to do is we can kind of trick Kickstarter into bumping this up on the popularity if we can be more active in the comments section. So if you don't mind, would you please consider, liking this, but then maybe answering in the comments section. And just saying, would you mention in the comments section for it? And just be very blunt with them. Be transparent. Let them in behind the scenes. It's something as I have learned, as I have really started to let viewers in behind the scenes more lately. People like being in on knowing how the sausage gets made a lot of the time. So just say, I'm trying to get us up higher on the Kickstarter thing. So if you'd be willing to leave your comment in the comments section, why not? So let's check out this one. Thank you. 36. This is just a short update to share my appreciation for each and every one of you that pledged so far. This game night is exclusive to Discord members, so make sure to join ASAP. Other than that, let's just keep on keeping on. Keep telling your friends, families, pets. Thanks, Niall. So one thing I always recommend on the updates, have a question. Doesn't matter what the question is. Just have a question. Have something that gives people the opportunity to speak and to comment. Because one thing that I learned a long time ago, but I've really started to utilize lately, is just how important it is to respond to everything, because it's hard to do. So what I'll give you an example is, so let's say somebody leaves a comment on this video and they said, "Hey, great video." You know, a lot of people would just be like, "Cool." They just keep on their merry day. They'd feel good about themselves and they would go. But no, you respond to it. You say, "Thank you so much for taking the time to watch the video, and I really appreciate you enjoying it." And all of a sudden, that person now is a little bit more like, "Okay, cool." They push the button and they got the feedback, and it's just, you got to do that as the marketing aspect of it. And I know it just feels weird and wonky sometimes. But yeah, it's super important. But end with a question. Always end with a question. Get people talking, because you got people who want to be engaged, which is great. So cool. Maybe, here's what I'd say. Here's an update. Well, maybe you say, so we have our amazing artist. We're very fortunate that we have our amazing artist on staff. Because yeah, your art is amazing. We can't guarantee anything, but what would be some add-ons that you would love to see with this distinct artwork? Just throw it out there. And maybe you don't do any of them. I mean, maybe you don't. Maybe you're like, just logistically, sorry, we can't do any of these. But maybe you do. And maybe you get people commenting. And maybe we get people excited. You know, who knows? Because right now, you're at the point, throw everything against the wall. That's what I did on my channel. You know, Kickstarter critique. I'm 100 and some episodes in. Because I threw everything against the wall and figured out what people liked and what stuck. Oh, this is great. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I do one of these, do another live gameplay video of it. Awesome. Getting people excited about it. So I see you trying to engage people. Excellent. Let's check out the comments. Lovely looking game and nice to support fellow UK board game makers. Thank you so much, Toby. Yeah, and responding to everything. Awesome. Back and forth. Love it. Love it. So yeah. Now, one thing I will say is what I normally try and recommend in the comments section is try to think about what common similarity, you know, all your backers have, and then try to engage them on that. 61 backers is going to be hard to do that, though, just because a lot of people don't want to comment. But, so yeah, overall, though, I enjoy the Kickstarter. You know, it's just 2 to 4 on the moon, pushing your luck, risk-taking, and planning are all required to earn 5 stars. Maybe just spotlight how simple and easy the game is to learn a little bit more. Maybe that message. But overall, what do I rank it? A 0 or 1 or 2? 0 means keep on keeping on, just keep on your Kickstarter day. 1 means back it for $1, come back in the last 48 hours. And 2 means back it for the whale. But in this case, the whale would just be the game. And I always say this, I can't give it a 2 because there is no whale, because the whale is gone. If they add another whale, then I'd say back it for that. So I'm going to give it a 1. And make sure you leave a comment. If you give it a 1 and you go back it for $1, come back in the last 48 hours. Because they could definitely use the tickling on the Kickstarter algorithms. But there you go. That is Food Time Battle in Space. If it looks like it might be your cup of tea, be sure to check that one out. If you're enjoying what I'm doing, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below, as I'm attempting to hit 9,000 subscribers. Celebrate my 9-year anniversary of making YouTube content. And, as always, thanks for your time. I appreciate you stopping by. Bye-bye. Doop and a bop.